Are you tired of waiting years and spending billions of dollars to develop new drugs? What if there was a technology that could cut costs, increase success rates, and drastically shorten the time it takes to discover new therapies? In this video, we will explore the world of generative AI and how it is transforming drug discovery. Join me as we delve into the groundbreaking work of Alex Zhavoronkov and his team at In Silico Medicine, who is leading the charge in this revolution. Don't miss out on this game-changing technology. Click the link in the description below to watch the full episode now.
Is very high. And again, we raised only 400 and we managed to get to preclinical candidate stage with now, since we started doing our own discovery, we managed to progress 11. It's a pretty big number. And you can compare drug discovery to space exploration, right? So first you need to launch your first rocket, right? Reach the orbit and or suborbital flights, but still with some payload delivery. And the most difficult one is your first, right? Or your second. But then when you demonstrate that it consistently works, you can do much more, and also people start believing in it. So I think generative AI already transformed drug discovery, and we have contributed significantly to this process because we also, in addition to using generative AI internally, we also gave it to other people in the form of software. So now a lot of people are using our software for target discovery. It's so easy to use that high school students can use it, and they do. For small molecule generation, it is not as easy to use, and we only deploy it within big pharma companies. But those that understand the value, instead of trying to say, oh, we can do a better job. By the way, if some of them say that, they can also implement some of their models in our software, so it's so flexible. But many of them are afraid of doing that because then if you don't outperform, well, you would have to rely on our software. Usually it's a good idea to do both. And I think that the cost component and the time component is not as important as the probability of success component, right? Because when you are using generative AI for both target discovery and small molecule chemistry, I think that you can significantly improve the probability of success, because very often you would go after maybe not so hard targets, but when you have a choice of a target and you can very rapidly fast forward, you can find those combos that have not been previously explored because either people thought that it's maybe not a very competitive target, or it's a very difficult target, or this target might not address a substantial patient population, or is just too new. So they try to ignore this target because there is very little biology and biological evidence available around this target. And we managed to matchmake the target with the generated molecule in the most efficient way. We also try to forecast into the future and see which targets are going to be hot, because many of them are made for sale for big pharma companies, right? So we would not be able to progress many of them ourselves into phase 3, for example, right? We won't be able to raise so much capital. And when you are trying to do those 3 steps with generative AI, I think that you are significantly improving the probability of success, even from the strategy perspective, because many of those programs within big pharma companies, they fail because of strategic choice. So they actually just decide to pivot their strategic direction and refocus, for example, from oncology to CNS, or from one target discovery philosophy to another. They want to say, okay, we're going to go only for genomically validated targets, and then 70% of the pipeline is stopped or cut and they just refocus. And a lot of that is wasted due to strategic reasons. So when you also try to extrapolate the kind of hotness of the target space into the future and try to see what is going to be valuable for big pharma companies from the strategic perspective, you can also minimize that risk. So I would be guessing right now, but I think that we can at least improve the probability of success by 50%. And that's more important than time and cost. And that's at least, right? Because for us internally, pretty much every program we tried has succeeded. So we failed a few times, but more than 90% of the time we succeeded to get to a preclinical candidate and into the clinic.
50%, the probability of success. From in which stage are we talking about? Clinical trials, or are we already earlier? So
I'm talking about earlier, much earlier. So from
really?
Target discovery stage all the way to, let's say, phase 1 clinical trials. And the reason I can say that is because currently we have just a few of those programs, right? And so far the probability of success was almost 100%, right? So 50% reduction in probability of success, in probability of failure, is my personal conservative estimate. And of course, we did it on a tiny fraction of the cost and in a fraction of the time. So in 2 years, 2.5 years, 11 preclinical candidates, it's a pretty cool number.
Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into the world of generative AI and drug discovery. I hope this video has opened your eyes to the incredible potential of this groundbreaking technology. If you are as amazed as I am, hit that like button and subscribe to never miss out on a future episode. Together, we can inspire a revolution in the pharmaceutical industry that will change the world. Leave a comment and share this video with your friends and family to help us spread the word and make a real difference. And last but not least, a big shout out to our amazing paying subscribers like Wanda Lacey Bush, who joined recently. Your support helps us create more content. Thank you for being a part of this movement towards a brighter, healthier, and longer future. Enjoy your day.